Welcome students. Today in this video we are going to study about the trigonometric ratios of allied angle. See, you might have studied about the different trigonometrical ratios like sin 90 minus theta, sin 90 plus theta, or cos 90 minus theta, or cos 90 plus theta, like that. See, regarding that ratios we are going to study today. Just we are going to study the formula. What is the first formula that we have to state? No, the first one. Sine of minus theta. Sine of minus theta is equal to minus sine theta. Similarly, I can write cos of minus theta is equal to plus cos theta. Then tan of minus theta is equal to minus tan theta. Okay, let us consider this as one. Then take the second one. Let us consider 90 minus theta. So what is sine 90 minus theta? Sine 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta. Again, cos 90 minus theta. Cos 90 minus theta. Cos 90 minus theta is equal to sin theta. Again, tan. What is the value of tan 90 minus theta? Tan 90 minus theta is, again we can say it out as tan theta. Then the third subdivision. Let us go for 90 plus theta. So sin 90 plus theta. Sin 90 plus theta is also equal to cos theta. Then cos 90 plus theta. When you are considering cos 90 plus theta, that is equal to minus sin theta. Then let us go for tan. Tan 90 plus theta is equal to minus of cot theta. Similarly, fourth subdivision. Let us go for 180s. So let us consider sine of 180 minus theta is equal to sin theta. Similarly, cos of 180 minus theta is equal to minus cos theta. Similarly, tan of 180 minus theta is equal to minus tan theta. So similarly, the next one, let us go for the fifth subdivision. So what is the fifth one? 180 plus theta, let us consider. So let us take first of all sine of 180 plus theta, which is equal to minus sine theta. Similarly, cos of 180 plus theta is equal to minus cos theta. Tan alone is positive. See, tan of 180 plus theta is equal to tan theta. Then the next one, 180 minus theta, 180 plus theta. Let us consider 270. Sine of 270 minus theta. So sine of 270 minus theta is equal to minus sine of 270 minus theta is equal to minus cos theta. Similarly, cos of 270 minus theta is equal to minus sine theta. Go for tan. Tan of 270 minus theta is equal to plus cot theta. Then the next, see, 270 minus theta, like that, let us consider for 270 plus theta. So sine of 270 plus theta equal to sine of 270 plus theta, that is also equal to minus cos theta. Similarly, cos of 270 plus theta is equal to sin theta. And tan of 270 plus theta is equal to minus of cot theta. These are considered to be the ratios of or trigonometrical ratios of allied angles. Apart from this, we have to go some of the trigonometrical relations. See, there is sin A plus B cos A plus B, sin A minus B cos A minus B, sin 2A cos 2A, like that. What are the formulas that we can able to know? So the first formula that we should know is number 1. Let us write it for sin of A plus B or sin A plus B. Sin A plus B is equal to, I can expand it as sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Then the next one, cos of A plus B. Cos A plus B is equal to cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. Then the third one, sin of A minus B. Sin A minus B is equal to sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. Then a fourth one, cos A minus B. Cos A minus B is equal to cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. Okay, let us take all these four as a single concept. Sin A plus B, sin A minus B, cos A plus B, cos A minus B. Then the next one. See, sin A plus sin B. How you can write this as sin A plus sin B? Okay, let us consider. Sin A plus sin B. Sin A plus sin B is equal to 2 sin A plus B divided by 2 into cos A minus B divided by 2. Similarly, the sixth one, sin A minus sin B. Sin A minus sin B is again 2 cos A plus B divided by 2 into sin of A minus B divided by 2. Then seventh one, let us go like this, cos A plus cos B. Cos A plus cos B is 2 cos A plus B by 2 into cos A minus B divided by 2. The eighth one, let us take like this, cos A minus cos B. Cos A minus cos B is equal to 2 sin A plus B by 2 into sin A minus B by 2. Consider these next four. See, sin A plus B, sin A plus sin B, again sin A minus sin B. Cos A plus cos B, again cos A minus cos B. Okay, then the next one, the formula number 9. Let us consider sin 2A and cos 2A. First of all, let us consider sin 2A. What is the value for our expression for sin 2A? Sin 2A is, we can write like this, 2 sin A cos A. There is another method of writing this also in terms of tan. 2 tan A divided by 1 plus tan square A. 1 plus tan square A. Similarly, the 10th one, let us consider 2 sin A cos B. 2 sin A cos B. 2 sin A cos B. How you can write this? This can be written as sin of A plus B plus sin of A minus B. Or you can write like this: sine A plus B plus sine of A minus B is equal to 2 sine A cos B. Then 11th one, 2 cos A sine B. 2 cos A sine B. 2 cos A sine B is sine A plus B minus sine A minus B. Similarly, the next one, 12. 2 sine A sine B. What is that? 2 sine A sine B. 2 sine A sine B is 2 cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. Then let us go for the problem, that is the formula number 13. What is this 13? 2 cos A cos B. 2 cos A cos B is equal to cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. Similarly, if you are considering the sine 2A like that, we can consider cos 2A. So cos 2A is equal to 1 minus 2 sine square A. So let us consider, these are some of the formulas regarding what? Regarding the trigonometry. So with this, let us consider about the trigonometrical relations. So up to this, what I have dealt in this bridge course means, initially I started with an intro where we have studied about what is meant by science, where science can be classified into the physical science and biological science. And in this we have considered only physical science. The physical science composed of physics and chemistry, and we are dealing with physics and not with chemistry. While dealing with physics, I have given you first of all the scientific method. After studying the scientific method, I have gone forward. I have gone for mathematical concepts. See, regarding the mathematical concepts, because most of the derivations that you are getting in physics is based on maths. So without mathematics, we can't able to study physics. So regarding the mathematical concepts, in order to solve problems, the first step that I have gone with you is logarithms and anti-logarithms. Then the next mathematical concept that I have gone with you is algebra. See, in algebra we have studied about some of the formulae, and in that we have considered about the second order quadratic equation. After studying this algebra, we have gone with trigonometry. See, apart from this, we are in need of two more things. In general, that is considered to be calculus, where it is separated into two. One is differential calculus and another one considered to be integral calculus. If time permits, I will be dealing the basic concepts of differential calculus and integral calculus. If not, these two will be taught by a maths teacher in your 11th standard. Okay, see, you in your lower standards, you have studied about logarithms and anti-logarithms, algebra, then quadratic equations and trigonometry. You might not have gone with this differential calculus and integral calculus in your lower standards. So I am not going to deal with differential calculus and integral calculus in this basic concepts. But we are in need of differential calculus and integral calculus to study physics. My opinion is it will be better if your maths teacher is handling these two subjects or these two parts. After that, I can give what are the basic concepts that we are in need in physics from the mathematics. Or if time permits, I will go with what? If time permits, I will go with the concepts of calculus also in next coming videos. Thank you.